Hey yogis, welcome to Saturday's class. Today we're going to be doing a restorative form of practice, so we'll be moving a lot slower, holding just about 10 poses for 5 to 10 minutes each, so it's real chill. Today what you're going to need for props is a bolster, either a cushion. I was even thinking a couch cushion could work if you don't have a bolster. Otherwise, just a large pillow, a muscle therapy ball or a tennis ball, a yoga strap, or a belt if you don't have an actual strap. And then blocks. So either 2 blocks or some books, and then either a yoga mat. You also don't need the mat today. You could also just do it on the carpet or the floor. That's what you'll need for today's practice. Get ready for some rejuvenation. We'll be, again, moving really slow and taking that opportunity to step into the stillness so we can heal and balance out between both the yang and the yin. Whenever you're ready, let's begin. We'll begin today's class in a supported butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you have a couple of blocks or books, you're going to place them at the top of your mat. So the one that's farther at the edge of your mat is going to be a little bit higher. So you can place both there. So we're trying to create a little bit of an angle. Then you can take your bolster or even a couch cushion, could probably work, same thickness. And then you'll place it there so that the edge of the bolster or the cushion is closer to the ground. And then we're gonna sit so that our tailbone is right up against the bolster. The soles of the feet will come together. And then you gently lay down onto the bolster. So if you have extra blocks or cushions, you can also place them under the knees if you feel like this is too much on the hip flexors. But once you've gotten comfortable, if you also notice that you're cold, you can put a blanket over yourself now. Definitely want to stay warm in this practice. You don't want to be shivering. So once you've found a height of the bolster and the blocks that feels good for you, you could either keep your hands resting on your inner thighs, you can place them on your belly, or you can let your hands rest off to the sides with your palms facing up towards the sky. Close down the eyes. And take a deep breath in. Fill up the lungs all the way up to the top. Pause at the top for a moment. And exhale, open mouth, let it go. Take a couple more deep breaths like this. And then seal the lips. And continue with those slow, deep breaths. With every exhale, you relax the shoulder blades down the back. Let your body just melt onto the cushion. Feel that opening in the chest, that lift in the heart. Relax the muscles in the face. And then allow yourself the opportunity to fully arrive. Drop into where you are in this moment. Let go of anything that you had going on earlier today or anything that you have planned the rest of the day. And just be here now. There's plenty of time to think about other things in your life. But for the next 40 minutes or so, you're going to bring all of your attention to each breath and treat each pose as a separate meditation. allowing yourself to arrive and drop in. It's always good to have that balance in your practice. If you just do all power, all strength, all fast, all the time, then your body gets incredibly exhausted over time. Perhaps injuries begin to occur. So we always encourage the balance, both the yang and the yin. So if this is challenging for you to lay here and be still, and you just want to get up and move, then maybe it's a sign that this is exactly what you should be doing. Allowing your body to rest and rejuvenate, restore, so you can regain that balance in your body, that softness in the mind. All of the poses in this class today will be done on the ground. So as we transition through each pose, I'd like you to keep your attention on your breath. Move slowly through the transition with awareness. There's no rush. The whole purpose of a restorative practice is to encourage slowing down. So from here, we'll begin to transition into a twist, but I'll cue you through it. So begin to hold on to the outsides of your thighs, and with the help of your hands, bring your legs back together. And then hold on to the hamstrings as you lift your chest up off the bolster. Then you're going to bring both knees over to the right. Let them rest down. And then remove the blocks underneath your bolster. And if you're new to yoga, you could always also leave the blocks there if you need a little bit more height. But you can play around with it and adjust. Either way, you're going to slide that bolster to your outer right hip or thigh, and then slowly start to frame the bolster and walk your chest down. And then you could either rest your right cheek on the cushion or the bolster in this supported twist. Or if you've already laid down and you notice that you don't really feel much here, then you can also switch the head and lift up and rest your left cheek down on the bolster. So that'll help deepen the twist. However, if you were already laying on your right cheek and you feel like this is too deep of a twist, like you already feel some strain in your back and not in a good way, then you can just lift your head up and place one block underneath the bolster and then lay back down. So with this restorative form of practice, actually with any form of yoga practice, you always want to modify and use the props to make it feel best in your body. Once you've settled into a position that feels good, nice gentle twist, then again take a few deep breaths. With every exhale, allow the weight of your body to just melt into the bolster. And again, close the eyes. Relax, release. Just remember that there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. You're exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do. So if the mind is chattering and it's busy and thinking already of what you have planned for today, or maybe over conversations and things that had already happened last week, just gently see if you can let those thoughts go. Treat yourself with love and kindness, and bring your attention back to the breath. Just notice how cool it feels as it comes in through your nose, and how warm it feels when it exits your body. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat. We'll slowly begin to transition to the other side. So place both palms of your hands down next to the bolster and start to straighten the arms as you lift your chest up. And then you're going to turn away from the bolster and then just switch the knees over to the left side. Let them rest down. And again, adjust the bolster up to your left hip this time, or your outer quad or thigh. Frame the bolster and start to make your way down. You might notice that this side feels deeper or less deep than the first side. So try not to force yourself into anything. You can place blocks underneath the bolster to reduce the twist. Maybe try the right cheek or the left cheek on the bolster and see the difference and what one feels best. And once you've found that position that feels good for you, then again close down the eyes. We're here for a few minutes. Sometimes we hold tension in parts of our body that we wouldn't expect. So with every exhale, see if you can relax the muscles in your face, your shoulders, your fingers, and your toes. As humans, when we're in search of ways to heal our body, we're often inundated with the amount of things we should be doing to our body, pills and foods and tools and all sorts of things that we're encouraged to take and eat and try and do. But in actuality, a lot of healing just comes from stillness, slowing down, so you might not feel like you're doing much by just laying here. But on a cellular level, this is incredibly healthy for your body. So just relax. Ease in to what is in this moment. Knowing that the body is meant to heal and the body wants to heal. By doing this practice, you're healing so much. And then again, place both hands down outside the bolster. As we transition out of this, start to straighten the arms. Then you're going to move your bolster off to the side. And then come onto your back. And as you lower down, grab your strap or a belt if you don't have a strap, and make your way onto your back. Once you're there, windshield wiper the legs to release any tension in the back. And then you'll keep your left leg where it's at, the left sole of the foot on the ground. Then you'll grab your strap, you're going to loop it around your right toes. So try to get it as much on the toes as you can, or even the ball of the foot, as opposed to the middle of the foot. So have it right at the base of the toes, basically. And then you can keep your right leg straight if you need to, and then grab on to the strap as high as you can. And then you're going to sort of use gravity and the weight of your arms to start to pull your foot towards you. What we're doing here is we're trying to target the right calf. So don't worry so much if you can't get your foot high towards your head. That's really not the goal. Even if your foot is down here, more farther away from you, you can still feel the stretch in the calf on the right leg. So make this pose work for you. You could either keep your left leg where it's at, or if you'd like to straighten it out on the ground so the left heel touches down, you can also do that. And try to resist pulling super hard on your right foot. Instead, just let gravity do the work. And now begin to adjust the strap and move it to the middle of the right foot. And now we're going to target the right hamstring. So you can straighten your leg a little bit more and then start to pull the right foot closer to your head. Again, for each person, this is going to look a little bit different. So don't worry about how high the leg comes or how close it is to your head. As long as you feel the stretch in the hamstring, then you're doing it right. You can see that Flo actually has his hands behind his head. So you can play around with it, make this pose work for you. Keep a slight micro bend in the right knee so there's no hyperextension. And then begin to rebend the right knee. You can set your strap off to the side. And then place both soles of the feet back down on the ground. We'll come into bridge pose so the fingertips come close to the heels. And then press into the heels as you lift the hips up towards the sky. Just so we can engage the hamstring and the glute. A little counter action in the right leg. Just 2 more breaths here. Then slowly lower the hips back down to the ground. You can keep the right sole of the foot on the ground as you grab your strap once again. And we'll place it on our left foot, the ball of the foot, the base of the toes. And we'll start with the calf stretch. So slowly start to pull the right foot towards you. And continue to soften the breath. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere in the body. And just try to relax. Let gravity do the work. And then move the strap to the center, or the middle of the foot, and start to shift that target from your calf into the hamstring. Again, if you'd like to keep the right leg bent, you're welcome to, or you can straighten it out. Try not to lock out your left knee. So you still have that micro bend there. And then begin to rebend the left knee. Remove the strap. Place both soles of the feet back down on the ground, the fingertips towards the heels, and then lift the hips back to bridge. Just 3 breaths here. Engage the glutes. Pull the heels close to the shoulders. And then slowly lower the hips back down to the mat. And then find that tennis ball or muscle therapy ball that you have, if it's next to you. And return on your back. And you're going to grab the ball with your, let's start with our left hand, just so you can see it in the camera a little bit more. You're going to cross the ball across your chest and set it underneath your right shoulder or your trap muscle. So you might need to lift the shoulders up a little to get the ball under there for a little bit of a muscle release therapy, myofascial release. And then slowly start to roll around on the ball. A little self-massage. And just move slowly here. Maybe extend your arm out to your right side or up over your head. Maybe across the chest. And as you move your arm around, it changes the dynamic of the muscle. on the shoulder. And a good spot that feels like that good pain. And if you do, then pause there. Take a couple breaths, relax the muscles in the face. And then reach over with your left hand, remove the ball from your right shoulder, switch it over to the left shoulder. And when you're doing myofascial release, it's really easy to hold tension in the body or tension in the face. So with every exhale, just try to remind yourself to just let go. Let the weight of your body just sort of melt onto the ball. If you'd like to explore that arm movement with the left arm, go for it. Just try to keep the movements slow, so you're not rushing or forcing anything. The slower you move, the easier it is for your muscle to sort of redistribute over the surface area of the ball. Then take about 10 more seconds here to finish up this side, even it out. Then slowly remove the ball out from under the shoulders. Place it off to the side. And then hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Be so proud of yourself for stepping on the mat today, for taking that opportunity to slow down and restore. Take a deep breath in as you fill up the lungs. And exhale, open mouth. Your heels make their way to the corners of the mat for Savasana. Palms face up towards the sky. Your feet naturally fall open and take up as much space as you need. You don't have to stay small. You can put on a sweatshirt or cover yourself with a blanket so you stay warm. With every exhale, just imagine your muscles are melting off your bones. So the weight of your body is fully supported by Mother Earth. And use the breath as your anchor to pull yourself into the present moment. Become aware of the awareness. knowing that you're not merely your body, you're not merely your mind. You are the witness to everything. So start to witness and observe your body and your mind without judgment, only with acceptance and self-love. With each breath, you're reminded of how beautiful your body really is, how fascinating everything is that's going on inside of you, how miraculous, really, how it all works, all the different systems working perfectly together. Take just a minute here in Savasana to put your attention on the breath. And notice that love in your heart for yourself, for your body, for your mind. Take a deep breath in. Fill the lungs back up with air, and exhale, open mouth. Start to wake your body back up. Wiggle fingers, toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe reach your arms up over your head if that feels good for you. Then bend the knees and roll onto one side. Then keep the eyes closed and push yourself slowly up to a comfortable seat. You can either sit cross-legged or hero's pose. If you'd like to sit on a block, you're welcome to, or put a blanket over yourself. But we'll do a few rounds of pranayama. Nadi shodhana is what we're doing for this class. So we've done it a couple times this week already, so maybe you already know the drill. But if not, we'll still cue you through it. So take your two peace fingers of your right hand. If you'd like, you can place them at the third eye between your two eyebrows. We're just going to be alternating between our right thumb and our right ring finger. So exhale all the air out first, and then plug the right nostril with the right thumb, and inhale through the left. At the top of the inhale, release the thumb, close off the left nostril with the left ring finger, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, and switch. Exhale through the left. Inhale left, switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Switch, exhale left. So that was 2 rounds, and you'll do 5 more rounds on your own. And you just switch the nostrils after each inhale. And you're not trying to force the breath or deepen the breath or change it in any way. You're just letting the breath naturally move as it would. And you're just alternating from left to right. It's also known as alternating nostril breathing. What we're doing here is we're balancing the energy between the left side of the body, the lunar, the moon, the soft, the feminine, with the right side of the body, the sun, the fire. And we're allowing the 2 sides to sort of balance and melt. So just like a practice in yin and yang, or power and restorative, we also need that balance within the body. And once you come into your 5th round, you will finish by inhaling on the left and then releasing the hands down to your thighs. No rush to get there. We'll take just a couple minutes here in meditation to close out this practice. So sit nice and tall. The crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky. And you relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Let the breath become soft, easy. And then just continue with that awareness on the breath. Inhale, exhale, repeat. And bring the palms together, hands at the heart. And be so proud of yourself for carving out the time to invest in yourself. I think one of the hardest things as humans to do is to consciously slow down, to choose to step into the stillness. So you should really be proud of yourself for showing up, for doing the work, for devoting the time in your life to fill your own cup with love and to heal from within. Thank you so much for joining us today for this restorative and healing practice. With love and gratitude. Namaste.